Alex. I play video games under the name ZeroOskul. I have several world records. Yesterday, Brian Greene had a YouTube Q&A, a live Q&A, and I asked him numerous questions about how string theory is nonsense and like how general relativity contradicts string theory and this sort of thing. But he would look at comments and respond to them as he was finishing one question. He would then look at a comment and then respond to that comment, respond to some comment that he found right then, and just kept going on that way. Someone asked him, is there a God? And I replied to that person about God, and Brian Greene decided to respond to that comment that I made. I will play his response.
Let's go through.
There we go.
So, ZeroOskul asks, God exists as an idea in the mind of everyone who has such an idea, but it is different in every mind, therefore imaginary. Well, I get what you're talking about, ZeroOskul. It's actually a point that Richard Dawkins is fond of making. Richard Dawkins emphasizes that there are many different religions practiced on planet Earth, and even within a given religion, as you point out, ZeroOskul, many people have different perspectives on what the nature of God is. And if we're not all agreeing, if all the religions are not agreeing, then that suggests that there isn't any fundamental truth that they are tapping into. And in fact, Richard likes to say that most religions deny the viability of other religions, right? Most religions say that their view of God and the world is the right one, and that the other religions are misguided, and therefore, in some sense, every religion articulates the belief that the other religions are irrelevant to truth. And Richard likes to say, as an atheist, all he does is what every world religion does, but he goes one step further. He denies the reality of one more religion in any given perspective, and thereby takes it down from 1 to 0. And it's an interesting argument, and I have a certain degree of receptivity to that way of thinking about things. But it's possible. It's possible that one religion is right and all the others are wrong, right? And it could be that within that religion there is one view of God that is right and all the other views are wrong. That's not logically impossible. It's not logically ruled out by the fact that many people say different things. Many people say different things about, why a ball flies through the air. Now, if you're a physicist and you know physics, you give one answer, but you do a poll of Americans about why a baseball flies through the air, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot of answers that are utterly wrong. And that doesn't mean, just because many people have different perspectives, that there is no truth about the motion of the ball. There is. And we approach that truth through the language of physics. So I think it's a little quick to say that just because there isn't universal agreement on what God is, that God doesn't exist. Too fast. On the other hand, I think there are other arguments that give strong reason for trying to understand the objective world through the language of science, not through the language of religion. And if you want to talk about those, I'm happy to. But even though I'm of a similar mindset to, say, Richard, not identical but similar, and of a mindset I think that resonates with your question, I don't think that you can reason in the manner that you did, and in that way rule out every religion just because everyone doesn't agree on what the right religion is.
I didn't say anything about religion, Brian Greene. I said God. Your personal relationship with God occurs only in your head and is special to you. It is imaginary to everyone but you. My personal relationship with God is special to me and occurs only in my head. It is imaginary to everyone but me. Everyone's idea of God, everyone's personal relationship with God is special to that individual and has nothing to do with anyone else and is imaginary to everyone but that person. Yes, it is possible that there is one correct religion and that one person in that religion might have a right idea of God, and is it not possible that the right religion is no religion and that the correct idea of God is that God is imaginary? Brian Greene? I didn't say a damned thing about religion. What the hell are you talking about, you idiot?